Hi everyone, Petrik here. Welcome to my first ever live stream. So this is a live stream to celebrate my 10,000 subscriber milestone, and I'm truly thankful for everyone for their support and help for getting me here. And if you're watching this on replay, please do leave a comment on what you think about this live stream. As you can probably tell, I'm very nervous about this. This is the first time I've ever done this, and I've never talked on my own like this. And apparently there are some people over here already, and Andy already said, give me recommendations for some adventure explorations books. I would prefer the one which don't include romance. I think I can recommend Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames and The Black Tongue Thief by Christopher Buellman here. And some other books that I want to recommend on this is the Winnowing Flame trilogy by Jen Williams, but there are some romance in that trilogy, but I do highly recommend that trilogy because I think the romance in that trilogy is done absolutely well. And Steve, congrats on 10K, Patrick, at work. So I'm going to miss the live stream, but I'm happy your channel is doing so well. No worries. Thank you so much, Steve. And this is the problem with my time zone because I live in Indonesia and I can only do this at night, and it's probably morning in America right now. So I apologize, but this is, well, the only time that I can do this. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, TS. Ian and TS are my co-bloggers, by the way, for those of you who don't know, and we've been friends for years now. So, and thank you so much for visiting this live stream, both of you. Wow, so many comments. Hold on. When I grow up, I want to be like Patrick. You already grow up, Andrew. What are you talking about? Thank you, TS. I really appreciate this. Thank you, Emma. Emma is also my co-blogger. This is you, right, Emma? Or is this another Emma? I'm sorry if this is not my co-blogger. Hey, King Flock. Good to see you here. You still have that profile picture. Hi, Patrick. Congratulations, and don't be nervous. We love you and support you. Thank you so much. Seriously, I'm so nervous about this. Hi, Patrick. Congrats on 10K. Thank you, RJ Gibson. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Esme. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Johanna. Oh my God, this is so confusing. Hold on. Give the best. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful to keep on hearing that. I think that's what I want to do with my reviews and my channel. It's 11 a.m. Okay, that's quite tolerable, right? But if you're at work, I don't think you can watch this. It's 4 p.m. in England. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Abby. Good to see you here. Congrats on 10K. You are the reason I started reading fantasy 2 years ago. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for letting me know. That's amazing. Seriously, I hope you have found a lot of amazing fantasy books to read. How did you end up becoming a reviewer for Novel Notions? So this one, so I started Goodreads, right? I started Goodreads about 5 years ago, and I just did a lot of random reviews because back then I never expected that my following would ever get this big. And as I mentioned before, I just write reviews to practice my English and to give my thoughts on books. But from reviews, I ended up meeting with a lot of my co-bloggers right now. We ended up chatting, and after a few years of keep on chatting, we decided to create our own blog just to post our reviews. And yeah, it has been really well, and I'm truly happy at where Novel Notions is right now. Have you read The Grace of Kings? I haven't read The Grace of Kings. Oh, I have it here. Yeah, this one. Yeah, The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu is already on my TBR pile for 4 years. Yeah, it has been on my TBR pile for 4 years now. So the reason I haven't read this, I have mentioned this in one of my videos, is that I was waiting for the final book of this series. It was a trilogy before, so the final book was called The Veil Throne. I was waiting for The Veil Throne to come out, and it keeps on getting delayed within each year. So I never get to this one. Now it has become 4-book series, and it's going to be finished within next year. Supposedly, I think Ken Liu is finished. I think Ken Liu has finished writing it, and yeah, I will make this quartet a priority read within next year for sure. Thank you. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Charles. You are responsible for putting more books on my bookcase than any other person. I'm glad to hear that. And by the way, ever since I started Booktube, this situation has been the same for me. All of your comments have made me put so many books on my bookshelves. So many. Well, not my bookshelves yet, but on my TBR pile. But I think my bookshelves are very close to being overflooded now. Thank you, Ryan. Oh, hold on. Always. Will we see Novel Notions on YouTube anytime? It depends. Is this something that a lot of you want? Because if a lot of people want to see me chat around with my co-bloggers, I think I can arrange this. We have actually discussed this a few times, but we haven't done it yet. So yeah, if there's any interest, we probably will make this happen in the future. Thank you, brother Ed. Okay, that's good. I will always represent King Flock. Thank you, Andrew. I truly appreciate this. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Fantasy Babble. I actually don't know your name. You should let me know your name, you know. Thank you, Scott. It has been surreal, seriously. 10,000 subscribers is a lot. It's a lot for me. And I never expected to achieve this within a year, so yeah. Sorry for being late. I've been trying, but came up with nada. Thank you, Haifa. Haifa is also one of my co-bloggers on Novel Notions. Thank you, Rahul. Oh, yay. So that's a very tolerable time. That's good. Can you recommend some fantasy series for beginners? Oh, I have actually done this video, but what I did was fantasy books for beginners, not series. And I think there are 20 books there. I highly recommend books like The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss and Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eves, Never Die by Rob J. Hayes, and then there are still a lot more. You should check out that list. It's one of my first video. Yeah, it's one of my first video, and it's one of my most popular videos somehow. I thought I did quite poorly there, but apparently a lot of people liked it, and I'm very happy. Which Cradle book is your favorite? Oh, this is a good one. I think I will have to choose for now with the newest one. Yeah, I know that this is an unpopular opinion because a lot of people consider the newest book. What's the title right now? The one that's after Wintersteel. I forgot the title, but yeah, that one is my favorite of the series so far. I think it's the best one, and hopefully the next book will be able to top that one. Congratulations. Thank you, Hannah. I'm glad that you love my recommendations. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, Rahul. It's 8:35 p.m. here in India. That's about 1.5 hours behind me. Not too bad. Congrats, Patrick. Are you planning on continuing the Acts of Cain series? I'm reading Heroes Die because you recommended it and I'm loving it. Here's the thing. I absolutely love Heroes Die. I think it is... I'm quite surprised by it because I have mentioned how many times I dislike the cover art. It is one of the worst cover art that I've ever seen. Just take a look at it. It looks so bad. But the Heroes Die was absolutely amazing. I think the praises for that book was very well deserved. So the second book, the title was The Blade of Taisha. I have actually read about 35% of that book, but it is a very different kind of book from the Heroes Die. Not that it is bad, but I think if you come into a Blade of Taisha like I did, expecting that it will be something like Heroes Die, it won't be that way. And so right now I'm putting it on hold for now, but in the future I might continue it when I feel like I'm in the right mood for it. Believe me, this is a very different kind of book. How do you know what to say for reviews? I always draw a blank when I want to write a review. Oh, well, I think the most important thing about this is that there is no right way to write a review. Everyone can be right. Everyone can be right. What matters is that you give your honest opinions on the book, and yeah, try to be nice as possible. But the way I do my reviews is that I always look into five things. So I make sure to mention the plot, the premise, and what are the themes of the book, and then what I think about the characters, what I think about the actions, if there are plenty of action scenes, and what I think about the world building, because what I read are usually fantasy books, so there will be world building there almost all of the time. And finally, I mentioned about the prose. Just thinking about it on that 5 points, I think just narrowing it down and do them one by one, I think it will make your reviews much easier. That's my opinion, though. If you do give it a try, do let me know whether that works for you or not. What book stuck with you emotionally? Oh my God, Andrew, there are so many. There are so many. But from the top of my head is The Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wang and The Faithful and the Fallen by John Guren. And there are so many. There are so many. It's impossible to do it in a live stream. Hold on. This keeps on scrolling down. Reviewing is Petrik's superpower. It is yours too, TS. Thank you, Victoria. What is your favorite book cover that you own? Oh, this is also very difficult because I love a lot of book covers, and a lot of my favorite book covers are done by Sam Weber or maybe Richard Anderson. And if I have I have a few of my books are done by Mark Simonetti. They are Legends of the First Empire by Michael J. Sullivan. I absolutely love those cover art. Basically, Mark Simonetti, in my opinion, need to do more cover art for the Western market because for US and UK publisher, because so far until now, a lot of Mark Simonetti's art are done for foreign publishers. Yeah, but yeah, I personally love the cover art, like The Name of the Wind, the 10th anniversary edition. That's done by Sam Weber. That's done by Sam Weber as well. And I also love cover art like Kings of the Wild or The Blackest Heart by Brian Lee Durfee, and they are done by Richard Anderson. I love those cover art. Would you recommend One Piece? Absolutely. Oh my God. One Piece is one of my favorite series of all time. I don't think a lot of people know this, but I have been reading One Piece for I think 20 years now. It has been so long. Yeah, it's quite surprising to me to see it's finally popular in the Booktube community because from my perspective, it has always been super popular. It is the most popular manga series of all time, after all. And yeah, I absolutely recommend One Piece. If any of you want to check out One Piece and you are feeling like you're not confident about it, do it. Do give it a try. It is so good. It is so good. Patrick, you're so dangerous for TBRs. Thank you, Abby. And to be fair, Booktube is always dangerous for TBR. It is dangerous for my TBR too. Congrats. Thank you, Kelly, the person responsible for depleting my bank account. I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry because I also spend a lot of money on books. Thank you, Sunny D. Salas also just joined, by the way. Where is Salas? I haven't seen her comments yet. And you have you read Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn by Ted Williams? Not yet. So again, Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn was one of my probably my most priority series to read within this year. But the reason I wanted to read Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn at first was so that I can binge read through the entire Austin Art saga. So the last book was Navigator's Children. That doesn't end up happening within this year. Ted Williams has mentioned that he has decided to divide the final book into two books. So the series will probably be finished within next year or within 2023. So yeah, right now I'm putting this on hold because there are so many books that I have to reread just because I forgot the details already. So I'm trying to start more completed series rather than keep on just rereading the first book to make sure that I refresh my memory. This has been happening quite a lot lately. Thank you, Nathan. Good to see you here. Hey, thank you, Seth. Have you read Bernicia Chronicles by Matthew Harvey? They are historical fantasy in the vein of Bernard Cornwell. Very good. So I have heard about Bernicia Chronicles. Right now, I'm still reading the Last Kingdom series, so I'm not planning to get into Bernicia Chronicles for quite a while now. Because, as you said, it is done in the vein of Bernard Cornwell's Last Kingdom, and I don't want my books, the one that I read, to feel too similar, if you get what I mean, because this one, if I'm not mistaken, it takes place in the same place as the Last Kingdom. So yeah, but he is on my radar. I have actually read Wolf of Wessex by him, and it was pretty good. Thank you, Devlin. Yeah, that's good. 9 a.m. in Canada. What elements do you look for in books? Like what makes something for a favorite? The first and foremost, and this is the most important one, and it is the characters. Always the characters. It's the most important part of any book for me. If I don't care about the characters, no matter how cool the actions are, no matter how great the plot is, I don't think I can fully connect. I really need to care for the characters. And this doesn't mean that it's not possible to do in grimdark fantasy. There are a lot of grimdark fantasy that has empathizing characters. So yeah, characters are very important to me. Yay, yay, yay. Congratulations, Patrick. You're an amazing booktuber, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This is has been surreal. Bloodline. Ah, thank you, Tias. Yeah, that's the title of Cradle. My favorite books in Cradle so far is Bloodline. Do you like non-fantasy books? If so, which one is your favorite? Oh, I don't read a lot of non-fantasy books, but I do read some science fiction and historical fiction. Right now, if being asked that way, I will say this. For my non-SFF books, let's say my favorite historical fiction, I will recommend Cemetery of Forgotten Books by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. Absolutely amazing, seriously. If you haven't read that series, read it. The Cemetery of Forgotten Books is amazing. It's a masterclass. I really need to read that series again. I definitely will do it. Start with The Shadow of the Wind. It's amazing. Seriously, it's amazing. I'm reading Kings of Ash now with much credit to you and the good Dr. Chase for getting me to read Richard Nell. It's so dark and bleak while also so beautiful. I love it. Yeah, King of Ash is amazing. I think King of Ash is my favorite in the Ascent trilogy. Kings of the last one, Kings of Heaven, is pretty good too though. But yeah, Kings of Ash would have to be my favorite. Which books did you change your opinions on after reviewing, if any? Hmm, I can't really recall this right now, but uh, but let's just say this: the one thing that definitely changed for me after my second read, it was Red Sister by Mark Lawrence. The first time I read through the Red Sister, and after I reviewed that, I I I did struggle through my read of Red Sister, but after I finished the review, I cannot stop thinking about that book. Yeah, I cannot stop thinking about it. So when the series was completed, I ended up reading through Red Sister again, and wow, it was such a different experience. I liked it on the first read. I loved it so much on the second read. It's so different now. Is Malazan still your top three series? Yeah, it's definitely in my top three completed series. I for those of you who don't know, I divide my criteria for completed and ongoing series. I think both of them have to be in different categories because completed series and ongoing series are rated differently, at least in my mind. Good job, Patrick. Thank you, Antonio. Are you into philosophy at all? Hmm, I'm not really sure, but I do love philosophy. I do love reading philosophical passages in my fantasy books a lot. So maybe I guess I'm kind of into it. And there are a lot of manga, philosophical manga that I've read that I really love. But for books, I just like specific philosophy books. I don't think I've read many of them yet. I did read Sophie's World, I think, a long time ago, and I like that one. Have you seen Guren Lagann? If you did, what did you think of it? I absolutely love Tengen Toppa Guren Lagann. Oh, it's so cool to someone actually watch this. And Victor, that is such a great question. Yes, I absolutely loved it. I have watched Tengen Toppa Guren Lagann, I think, 3 times now. And this is a reminder that I have to watch it again. Such a fantastic anime. Huge congrats. What's your favorite first law book? Oh, that's you, Will. Hi, Will. uh, right now, it's Last Argument of Kings. I think it will still have to be Last Argument of Kings. There is something about that book just clicked with me so well. I think that book really earned Joe Abercrombie the title of Lord Grimdark, and it's amazing. And I don't know, The Wisdom of Crowds is coming out within September. Hopefully that one will top it because this final trilogy so far has been pretty incredible. Yay, I'm glad that you were able to catch up too. Brother Will. I'm hard to cry and want to be moved. Please recommend tearjerkers. The Sword of Kagen by M.L. Wang. Seriously, do give that book a try. That's probably the closest I ever got to crying while reading a novel. And The Faithful and the Fallen by John Gwynne. Again, so as you can probably tell, books that made me almost cry are some of my favorite books of all time. As we are getting to the last 4 months of the year, which books in this month are you looking forward to? Congratulations on the 10K. My top priority will have to be Jade Legacy by Fondali. Probably that one is the biggest priority for me right now. And I have the e-art already, and I'm so looking forward to reading it. But I think I will have to reread the series from the beginning to refresh my memory on the series. And the same can be said on The Fall of Babel by Josiah Bancroft, which is the final book in the Towers of Babel series, in the Books of Babel series, and also The Wisdom of Crowds. Yeah, I think those three are my most anticipated books for the remaining of this year. Can't wait to hear your thoughts on Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn. Yeah, I really want to read this series, but I don't think it's happening this year. Sorry, guys. Oh, really? That's rare. A lot of people really dislike it, but well, it's a matter of taste after all, and there's nothing wrong if you like that cover art. I have that trouble. What? Oh, hold on. Yikes, there's so many questions. Will you? All my questions were vetoed, so I just asked the most important question. Will you be blessing us with Choco's beautiful face? Yeah, I think it's about time Choco makes an appearance on this channel again. You know, this is actually a lot of people actually asked me on this. They were asking, "Where is Choco? It's about time Choco makes an appearance again." So yeah, it will happen in September. Okay, I think it's about time he makes an appearance again. Are you excited for the Wheel of Time show? Yeah, totally. I mean, I have a lot of issues with the books, especially on book 4, The Shadow Rising, which is considered by many to be the best of the series. I apologize that it didn't really work for me because I think I have too high expectations on it too. But for the show itself, I'm actually really excited for it. And you know, I'm always happy if there are more amazing fantasy TV show or movie adaptation. Always happy. That means a lot of fantasy books will be adapted. So yeah, that's always a good thing. Best animal companion and why? Storm from The Faithful and the Fallen. No contest, I think. And Night Eyes from the Realm of the Elderlings by Robin Hobb. Okay, there are actually plenty on this. I also love Ghost from A Song of Ice and Fire. There are a lot, but yeah, those three are the first that come to my mind. And if Choco can be considered, yeah, Choco. How do you choose which book to read first from the stack that you want to? Yeah, this is quite difficult because I have so many books on my TBR pile now, and sometimes I think I choose merely based on which one that sounds the most interesting to me, which can and sometimes based on cover art. Not gonna lie, sometimes I choose books just based on cover art. So if cover art of this book looks amazing on my TBR, then yeah, that sometimes will end up shooting up on the top of my TBR pile. It matters a lot to me, and you know there are so many books, right? We cannot read everything, so yeah, stick with the one that you think will be best for you. Pidan, man, what is your day job and how do you divide your time with it? So basically, my day job is confection, is wallet making, but yeah, right now it's not going too well because of, well, you know, pandemic. So yeah, right now I have quite a lot of free time to do booktube, so that's how I'm able to read quite a lot. Well, actually, not quite a lot now because ever since I've started booktube, editing takes a lot of hours, so many hours, and I think I ended up reading about 6 to 7 books per month now. It was used to be 9 to 10 books. So yeah, and thank you so much. It's so underrated. I wish he could make it big with huge publishing deal. Obsidian Path and Manifest Delusion are so good. Yeah, I agree. But his books are pretty grim dark, right? And I don't think it clicked with a lot of majority of readers. I do think that Manifest Delusions are absolutely amazing. One of the best grim dark series ever be written. Yeah, I don't think it worked well for Germany readers though, because it used a lot of Germany words, and I think in Germans those words just doesn't click because there are meanings to those words. That's just from what I've heard. First ever book you read, like novel, uh, I don't think I remember now, but it could be. Let's just say I don't think I remember on this. It has been so many years. I did read the Mist, the Mist by Stephen King when I was in middle school. I think middle school or in kindergarten, but I don't think that was the right age to read that book. But there is one more novel that I cannot think right now. It is an it, I forgot the name. I'm sorry for this. It was a middle grade book. Thank you, Samuri. You watching the latest season of anime? Yeah. Right now, I'm watching My Hero Academia and Tokyo Revengers, and yeah, I think those two are the one that I'm really caught up right now, and of course, One Piece. Yeah, those three are the one that I'm really watching every episode. And I just finished Empire's Ruin after you. It was great. Thanks for you're welcome. I'm glad you loved the Empire's Ruin. My favorite book of the year so far. Shaman King is one of my favorite manga. Have you read it? Yeah, a long time ago. It's really great. It has been a while though. I don't think I remember much of it. I remember that the main character is Yo, and Amida Maru is the spirit I think that accompanied him. But yeah, I used to really love Shaman King. I think it has one of the most overpowered villain in fiction. How is such an overpowered villain? I don't know if you watch Hunter x Hunter, but if you have, how do you feel about it? Absolutely love Hunter x Hunter. The 2011, right? Not the oldies one. The Chimera arc in Hunter x Hunter is one of the greatest arc ever to be told in fiction, ever. That's my opinion. I will never forget Meruem, Komugi, never. Favorite and least favorite characters from First Love. Favorite, there are a lot because Joe Abercrombie writes such amazing characters. I don't think there are some that can be considered as least favorite for now. Maybe, maybe the characters from Red Country because, as I said, I'm not a fan of Western, so it kind of didn't click with me. The characters there, the main character is called Shy. Yeah, I don't think I really click with Shy right now. So yeah, favorite would have to be probably Logan Nine Fingers and Glokta, obviously those two. And I really love uh what's his name? Shivers. Yeah, I really love Shivers too. You've got me hooked on Haikyuu. Oh yay, that's good. Sarah from Sarah Ritz actually got hooked on Haikyuu because I recommended it to her too. Dude, when are you reading Kate Daniel? Hey, Haifa, those cover arts, come on, they are so bad. But I don't know, maybe one day. I never say no, maybe. And Kate Daniels is a very popular urban fantasy series, so I might give that series a try one day. Join late, it's okay. It's better late than never. Super congrats, thank you. Hi Salas, it's good to see you here. Salas is also one of my co-bloggers, and I'm thankful that she decided to check out this live stream. I don't have anything really to add, but you're doing a wonderful job, darling. Thank you, Salas. Patrick, congrats, man. Have you traveled before? What are some countries you visited, and which ones do you look forward to? So I have traveled, but honestly, I have never left Asia. I have always been in Asia, and the I have visited Japan, Korea, Singapore, and Thailand. Yeah, I think four of them. Yeah, I think four of them. And my favorite would have to be Japan. Obviously, I love Japan. And one day, I hope to go to Europe and a lot of United States, United Kingdom. Well, just travel around the world and maybe who knows, maybe see some of you there, if possible. I really, really would love to travel again one day. Patrick, congratulations, my friend. Your reviews are not only the best in the business, but you've also been a cherished friend, cheering for your success and health. Thank you so much, Jimmy. I truly appreciate your friendship too. See, the S know what I'm talking about. Are you open to reading horror? Yeah, I will. I'm not saying no to horror. I think a lot of horror elements in fantasy books are done so amazingly too. I really love horror elements in fantasy books, like Dreams of the Dying. Yeah, Dreams of the Dying by Nicholas Ritzau has a lot of horror elements to it, and I really loved it. And another example is City of Stairs by Robert Jackson Bennett. That one also has horror elements, and I loved it. It's really good. What you watching in the latest season of anime? Yeah, that's the one I mentioned earlier. Just One Piece, My Hero Academia, and yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is not out yet, and I'm hoping that Attack on Titan in January will be out soon. Come on, I really want to watch that. Gotta spread the good word of Grimdark. That ever Grimdark. That is a terminology, alright. You should tell Michael Fletcher that. He will be happy to hear that. Have you read Codex Alera by Jim Butcher? Yeah, I did read Codex Alera by Jim Butcher a long time ago, and it didn't really click for me, unfortunately. I think that Codex Alera will work better if you are new to adult fantasy. Yeah. If you have read quite a lot of adult fantasy, I don't think this one will work better. Yeah. It didn't really click for me, but I love the concept though. Thank you, Gonzalo. Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3? Bloodborne. Yeah. Bloodborne is one of my favorite games of all time. It definitely has to be Bloodborne. Thank you for getting me to Brian Stifley's work. I'm about 60% into listening to The Empire's Ruin, and I'm absolutely loving it. That's good. This is my favorite book of the year so far. I'm glad you're enjoying it. What are you currently reading? The Widow's House by Daniel Abraham. This is the fourth book in the Dagger and the Coin series. I'm really enjoying it, and hopefully that I'm almost halfway through it, and hopefully the second half will be even better. Have you read the Three-Body Problem, Amazing Sci-Fi? Yeah, I've read it, and I think the second book, Dark Forest, is the best of the trilogy, in my opinion. Congrats, Patrick. I'm liking Queen of Fire so far, but I know you didn't do. I'm scared. Oh, really? That is interesting because, in my opinion, Queen of Fire was one of the most disappointing sequel that I've ever read. It's really really bad in my opinion, but I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I know that some people also enjoyed it, and that's good. I really want to enjoy King of Fire too because I really love Violin Alsorna. It's so unfortunate. Big congrats, almost 1 year anniversary too. Thank you, Catherine. And yeah, tomorrow, which is about 1 hour and a half from now, is my first anniversary on Booktube. Yeah, it will be 1 year. I cannot believe that it will be 1 year of me doing Booktube. Time flies, and I cannot believe that I actually made it. Ruiz Zafon is one of my favorites. Yeah, he's amazing. Patrick, we really appreciate what you do. That's thank you so much. I appreciate hearing that. It's good to hear that my content are doing well for other people. Excited for Red Rising Saga Book 6. I heard Book 5 mess you up. Well, I wouldn't say that Book 5 messed me up, but it is one of the most darkest book that I've ever read. Yeah, it's really dark. And honestly, it's not my favorite of the series. I think it's my least favorite. And I know that is an unpopular opinion, but I think Pierce Brown is always at his best when he balances hope, heartwarming content, and darkness, all of them together. That's when he's at his best. If like Dark Age, it was all darkness, and I don't think, personally, I don't think that really works. I found it kind of tedious at some parts because it's darkness all the way. So yeah. Congrats on 10K, Petrik. You opened my eyes to many fantastic books this year. That's good. That's great. I'm really happy to hear that. Shadow of the Wind Masterclass is definitely the right word for the book. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you agree, Abby. It's so good, so good. I really need to read that series again. Seriously, I felt devastated when I heard that the author passed away last year. Seriously, so damn sad. What a talent lost to the world. Don't get started on the covers. Finished the second book, Pawn's Gambit, per your recommendation, and I'm mind blown. It was so good. Can't wait for Vengeful Spirits. Oh, you mean Spirits of Vengeance? Yeah, I think the third book, Spirits of Vengeance, is even better. Yeah, I hope that you will feel the same about it like I did. When are you gonna start Dark Tower? Oh man, this one will be a while, but it's now on my TBR pile because of my video, the one that I posted, I think last month, or was it in July or in June? I forgot. But it was about 20 popular fantasy book series that I haven't read, and I included The Dark Tower. So I read The Dark Tower so many years ago, and I totally didn't click with the first book. But everyone has mentioned The Gunslinger, sorry. Yeah, The Gunslinger. The first book is called The Gunslinger. I didn't click with it at all, at all. And apparently a lot of people mentioned that I should give it a try until the second book, because that's where you can really gauge whether the series is for you or not. So yeah, I think I will give it a try again one day, but I'm not sure when. My TBR pile is so many, so many. The Cemetery of Forgotten Books is probably my favorite non-SFF series. I love it. A wonderful series. Yeah, I totally agree. Such an amazing series. Top 3 anime and top 3 of your favorite anime characters. Oh my god, I cannot answer this. There are too much. I cannot answer this. But oh, by the way, I recently did a panel show with Alan and Sarah about Code Geass. Yeah, if you haven't watched Code Geass, I highly recommend watching that anime because it is one of my favorite anime series of all time, and it has a lot of amazing anime characters. So yeah, I'm just gonna recommend that. Or if you haven't watched something like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, watch it. It's amazing, a masterpiece. Steins Gate is also good. And then there is also Gintama, but there are 300 episodes, I think, on that series. So probably that one will probably be quite a while before you get to it. But yeah, give something like Steins Gate, Code Geass, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and Jujutsu Kaisen, the new one, and the recently new anime is good. My Hero Academia is also good. Look, there are so many anime. I think I will make a list on this one day. I cannot wait for you to start Iconoclast by Mike Shell. Yeah, next month. I will definitely start The Aching God next month. Have you tried This World yet? I did. I did try This World. So I mentioned this in the same video where I talk about The Dark Tower. So I've read Mort and Guards, but I had never finished them. I read about 25 or 30%, I think. Or for Mort, I think I read about 40%, but it just didn't click well with me. I don't know whether it's the wrong mood for me or not, or maybe Terry Pratchett's works are just not for me. But I'm not sure yet. I think the next time I give it another try, I will give it Small God. Yeah, I think I heard from a lot of Discworld fans that Small Gods are good starting point for those readers who want to just try Terry Pratchett's work with a standalone work. Yeah. So next time I try Discworld, I will try with Small Gods. Have you ever encountered any failed, not fully successful redemption arc due to the character in question being irredeemable? Not sure I can think of some yet right now, but I'm sure there are. I really need to go through my list of books. This is actually a great question. I have to really think on this. I think you will. Shadows of the App by Adrian Tchaikovsky. Yeah, that one has been on my radar too. And I think recently Alan did a great review on it, I think. Yeah, Empires of Black and Gold, right? Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading that one someday because I have enjoyed the sci-fi books from Adrian Tchaikovsky that I've read. But come on, he released so many books. I think by the time this live stream ended, he will have released more books. Yeah. Do you ever feel pressure to like something because you got an arc or because you have interacted with the author? This is a great question, and not really. Not really. I personally always say that if an author approach me with an arc, I think they will have to face with the fact that there is a chance that I will not like the book. It's a guaranteed. I'm not an author praiser. Is although some people I think of me that way, but I cannot change their mind. If I love a book, I will say I love a book. If I dislike a book, I will say I dislike a book. It's simple as that. But I do think that I'm feeling pressured by my review requests. There are so many now, and I really need to get those in control. Yeah. Thank you so much, Cam. Have you ever heard of the Deepgate Codex by Alan Campbell? It is an amazing series that I never seen on Goodreads or Booktube talk about. Actually, no, I've never heard about it. So yeah, I'm going to check that out after this live stream. Just join and enjoying it. That's great, Jites. What is your view on audiobooks? I think it's an amazing thing to have audiobooks. It is one of the things that I envy people so much that they could enjoy a book through audiobooks, but it's not possible for me. I have tried it so many times and I just couldn't concentrate. I don't know why. I really want to. Seriously, it is such an amazing thing. Hopefully one day I will be able to enjoy reading a book through audiobooks. It's such a good thing to have in this world. What about you? Uh, if you enjoy mecha anime, I recommend checking out 86. It came out in the spring, and the next season is out in the fall. Okay, I haven't heard of this one. Thank you for the recommendations, and I definitely will check it out. Hold on, the comments is loading because there are so many comments right now. Did you see the beautifully illuminated? Oh man, yes, I did see it, but it's so pricey. But I really wanted to. But it's so beautiful. I don't know. I don't know what I would do, but I think I will end up getting it anyway. But I don't know. I also currently saving up to buy some special editions from Folio Society or Dragon Steel. So I don't know. There are so many expensive books that I want, but I'm too broke to get them. Congratulations, you deserve. Thank you, Whitney. I appreciate that. What is your favorite food? I think it would have to be fried rice, eggs, and noodles. Yeah, ramen. I love ramen. And if you, a lot of you probably don't know about this food, but I highly recommend you to check out this Indomie. Yeah, if you haven't eat Indomie, you don't know the best food in the world. Yeah, it is the greatest instant food, the greatest food in the world. Seriously, Gordon Ramsay will shut up if he actually eat that food. It's amazing. Yes, memories are Anton. Can't wait for the retail of Dragonbone chair staring at me from the shelf. Yeah, I have a copy of the Witchfoot Crown and the Empire of Grass. I'm pretty sure that they're staring at me. The Empire of Grass is gathering grass right now because I haven't read this series and I don't know when I will get to them. Thank you, Hillary. Have you read The Angel's Game by Carlos Rizzovan? If you don't, what do you think of it? I personally think, yeah, I did. It is the second book in Cemetery of Forgotten Books. I've read the entire Cemetery of Forgotten Books. All of them are amazing, especially the last book, the final book. Oh my god, The Labyrinth of the Spirits is a masterpiece, seriously. You have to read it. If you haven't read that, you're in for a wild ride. That one is a masterclass. I named my cat after Nameria. Oh, really? That's nice. Yeah, thank you. I'm very nervous about this, but I think 40 minutes in now, and I'm feeling a bit more relaxed now. I was so nervous at the beginning, so nervous. Have you read Dune, and are you excited for the movie? Yeah, I've read Dune. I think it's good. I did think that maybe this is a bit unpopular. I don't think it's as a masterpiece as a lot of people mention, but it's good. It's really good, and I'm very excited for the movie. Very excited. Pick one, Mistborn or Stormlight Archive. Oh my god, how dare you? uh, okay, this is very hard because Mistborn is a very special series for me. It is truly special because without Mistborn, I wouldn't be here right now. But Stormlight Archive is better. It's just better. So I don't know. I cannot choose. I'm sorry. I cannot choose. What is your opinion of Goku favorite Super Saiyan form? Goku is my hero. Seriously, he has been my hero for a lot of years. Ever since I was a kid, I admire Goku. And favorite Super Saiyan form, I think I will still have to choose Super Saiyan 3. You know, when he grew that long hair, back when I was a kid, I watched that and I was so, wow, that was incredible. I really have to grow my hair like that. Congrats when you are enjoying a review book. Do you DNF it or do you feel pressure to finish it so you can give us and the publisher a review? So a long time ago, I always push myself, and it is not a good idea. Back then, my TBR pile wasn't as many as it is now, and even though it is an arc, I think publisher will understand that not a lot of books, not all books will always click with us. So yeah, sometimes I just DNF them, and if I DNF them too quickly, let's say uh, within 50%, not even 50% yet, I DNF'd it. I just removed it. No review, no review or anything. I just mentioned that, okay, I DNF'd this. It didn't click with me. Maybe I will give it a try again one day, because there are books like that. So, for example, the great example of this is The Crimson Queen by Alec Hudson. I DNF'd that book a long time ago because I knew that I wasn't in the right mood for it. I knew it. And so I gave it a try again a few months after my first try, and I loved it so much. It has become one of my favorite start to a series. So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with DNFing a book, but as I said, the pressure comes really from having too many books in our TBR pile. That's for me the pressure right now, because I want to read all of them and I feel like I'm running out of time or something. Hey, thank you, Ali. That's so nice of you. Have you ever regret becoming a reviewer? No, no, never. Writing reviews or doing reviews is one of my favorite things to do. I always feel so satisfied when I manage to channel my thoughts and my opinion of a book into a review. It's always so satisfying, and sometimes it can be hard because writing. Well, writing doesn't always come easy, right? And even though it is a review, not a book, it's the same thing. But yeah, I always feel satisfied, especially when it's done and somehow boosted the book, and if it's an underrated book, even better, boosted the book's exposure to a lot of readers. I really, really like it when that happens. So happy. Kindergarten fun. Yeah, I just picked up a random book, Leah. Oh, this is the one I talked earlier. Sorry, I don't know how to do this yet. Your reviews are not done. And yeah, thank you so much, Jimmy. And for those of you who aren't subscribed to Jimmy, I highly recommend his channel. He did a lot of amazing reviews, and his channel are really one of my favorite on Booktube. Such a great channel. And without Jimmy, I probably wouldn't have started this channel. Yeah, that's the truth. I can watch it, but this one is so well deserved. No worries, Ben. I know that this is a weird time to start my live show, but yeah, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate that. Have you read any manga by Inio Asano, especially Oyasumi? I did read Oyasumi Pun Pun, such a great psychological manga series. At first, I didn't really know what I'm getting into, but after I finished that series, yeah, there is so much to think about. So much to think about. Such a great series and very unique. It's very distinctive. It's very different from a lot of manga series. I just finished Ruin of Kings. You already know how I feel about it. Lol. What do you recommend I read next? Oh my god. Maybe Cemetery of Forgotten Books? Let's go for something different than fantasy. Hi, Misty. Unfortunately, I'm working, but I wanted to start stopping and say congratulations on 10K. Well deserved. Thank you so much, Evie. Thank you for stopping by. It really means a lot. Congrats, Petrik. My review for the Devas will be posted this weekend. Your fault. What time is it where you are? Right now? Right now, it's almost 11 p.m. Yeah, 11 more minutes, and it will be 11 p.m. So yeah, it's quite late. How do you feel about being killed off in Prince of Gallows? Did it hurt? Oh my god, this was one of the greatest surprise. I totally didn't know that the author would actually kill me off. It is such a great surprise. And seriously, if any authors watching this, they want to kill me off in their books, go ahead. I totally appreciate it. Whether it's because you hate my reviews or whether it's because you appreciate my reviews, I don't mind. Go ahead and do it. It's such a great honor. Edward, but thank you, Steve. Thank you for stopping by. Congrats and cheer me on as I try to read The Way of Kings. Wow, that's amazing. Is this your first time reading The Way of Kings? Wow, that's great. That's great, Leah. It is one of the best series of all time, in my opinion, and it's great that you're reading it right now. Hit that thumbs up button. How you feel about Attack on Titan manga ending? So this is a bit controversial, right? Because Attack on Titan manga ending, without any spoilers, has been, if you're waiting for the anime, I will keep this very spoiler free. But a lot of people are disappointed with the manga ending, and I personally don't feel bad about it. I think it was okay because I'm looking at it this way. Anything that Hajime Isayama did for the Attack on Titan manga ending will never be received satisfyingly by everyone. It will never be received satisfyingly due to the direction of the story. And yeah, I cannot mention anymore. But yeah, I think it was okay. I'm definitely not as disappointed as a lot of people did. And who knows, maybe the TV show will do a different ending. That's sometimes the case. And thank you, Johan. I appreciate it. Thank you, Eddie. Have you played The Last of Us games? Yeah, loved it so much. But honestly, I haven't played The Last of Us 2. I have the game already, but I haven't played it. Hopefully, I will get to play it. But right now, I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima. Such an amazing game. Elliot Brooks keep on recommending this game to me. And I know that a lot of people love this. And yeah, I'm playing it right now. A bit late, but better late than never. Hey, Gary. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. Have you read anything else by Chris Wooding other than The Amber Blade? Yes, Tales of the KTJ Quartet. I can recommend this if you love steampunk or if you love Firefly, the TV show. Yeah, please give Tales of the KTJ a try. Because here's the thing: if you've read The Amber Blade, you'll notice that Chris Wooding is so excellent at his characterizations, and apparently he learned that from writing a KTJ. So yeah, give KTJ a try. I think you will enjoy it too. In my opinion, it's not as good as the Amber Blade, but it's just my preference that I love reading epic fantasy more. So yeah. Do you read more than one book at a time in order to avoid getting tired? No. Sometimes, but very rarely. I prefer to get concentrating on one book at a time because my brain can only fully concentrate when I do that. If I try reading two books at the same time, sometimes I forgot the details, or maybe I feel confused a bit. So yeah, I think for me, it's better to read one book at a time. Holy cow, 1 year already. I know, right? Time flies so fast. Can't wait to get into Cornwell and Eagledon. Both of them are so good in historical fiction. For Eagledon, I highly recommend the Conqueror series about Genghis Khan and his descendants. So good. It's so good. Thank you. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. Right. How do you read so many books in such a short amount of time? So I usually spend in total, I think at most is 3 hours of reading every day. It's not really that difficult for my schedule. Usually at the morning, I read 1 hour. So that's it. 1 hour of focus, really focus, and put your phone away when you're reading. Seriously, that's my number one advice for reading a book quickly. Put your phone away. That's the number one distraction for everything. So I read about 1 hour in the morning, and then I read about 1 hour in the afternoon, and then I read about 1 hour at night. So that's it. That's how I read. So 3 hours usually mean that I read about 150 pages, or within 100 until 150 pages, depending on the denseness of the book. And if I'm not busy, I probably will read about 4 hours per day, if possible. That rarely happens though. 4 hours really rarely happens, especially now. Are you excited to read more Jenny Wars? Oh my god, absolutely. Such an amazing author. Her involvement in the Rift War Empire trilogy really give the Rift War cycles such a great depth and complexities. Loved it so much, and I will definitely be rereading more of her works. Definitely. Yeah, this one. Have you ever heard of the Deepgate Codex by Alan Campbell? I haven't heard of this series. Never. So I will take a look at this after I'm done with this live stream. I'm working on start reading Fancy last March. Keep up the great work. Keep up the great work. That's so good. I'm glad that my channel can keep you company. Ginbone Saga thoughts, favorite character, excited for Jet Legacy. One of the best series that I've ever read. One of the best trilogy, and I'm not even done with the series yet. Favorite character is probably Hilo and Shay. Yeah. Okay, this is difficult questions, Leah. I really love Andon too, so I cannot choose. I love the three. I love the three characters, and Lan is also great. So all the main characters were really fantastic. I think Fondali did such an excellent job at the characterizations. And excited for Jet Legacy, you have no idea. It's currently the most anticipated book for me to read this year. The remaining one. Super pumped for you to start the Iconoclast trilogy. I just finished Sin Eater. Both were so good. Sin Eater is the second book. Oh yeah, that's great. And I think I heard that the last book also delivers such a great conclusion. So yeah, I will try to catch up. I will start the Aching God next month. That Code Geass discussion was really good. Why aren't more people discovering it? I know, right? I think, I think it's because, as mentioned in that discussion video, apparently Code Geass is 14 years old now. I cannot believe that it has been that long. So a lot of people just probably doesn't talk about it anymore. But I think a lot of viewers who have watched that anime will agree that it is one of the greatest anime to ever exist. Why do you think Hunter x Hunter is the best anime of all time? Is I wouldn't say it is the best, but it is definitely one of the best. You know, I have such a hard time choosing which are my favorite in everything, whether it's in books, whether it's in anime, whether it's in uh, novels or manga. Basically, it's so difficult for me to choose just one favorite of all time. It's kind of impossible for me. Maybe a series is possible, but even then, I'm really not sure. Probably for ongoing series right now, I would say that it's the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson, and maybe the Kingkiller Chronicle by Patrick Rothfuss, and probably a Song of Ice and Fire if it's ever get finished. But no idea when that will ever get finished. So yeah, and also the Greenbone Saga that I just mentioned earlier. Hi Patrick, I'm at work right now, but I wanted to drop in and say congrats and cheers. Thank you so much, Reading Rain, bro. That's such a great name. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. No, it's sci-fi, but are you planning on reading Dark Matter or Recursion? I have actually read both of them. I love them both, and Recursion is such a great book. Dark Matter was great, but Recursion was even better. So mind blowing. I think Recursion is one of the best sci-fi standalone that I've ever read. Maybe the best sci-fi standalone, one of standalone that I've ever read. Such a great book. I highly recommend this. If you're watching this right now and haven't read Recursion, give it a try. Steel Ball Run. Ooh, JoJo. I really need to catch up on JoJo. I haven't watched the latest season. I haven't watched that one, so I really need to catch up. Thoughts on Trigon? This has been so many years. I cannot remember much of it now. But I remember that I really enjoyed Trigon when I was a kid. But yeah, it's very vague in my memory right now. The Chimera arc, yeah, that arc from Hunter x Hunter is awesome, completely awesome, such a great arc. Thank you, Xander. Praiser. Do you have a full-time job? Yes, I did. I just mentioned about it earlier, and yes, I like it a lot as well. Oh no! Hold on, the comments shot up again. Have you watched Gintama anime? Yes, I have. I have actually watched all the episodes in Gintama. That is one of the greatest achievement I've ever done. And you know, there is the final movie out now. I haven't watched it. I'm kind of not ready for it to end, but you know, I think it's time to pull up the bayonet. I really love Gintama. One of the best anime ever. Such a great anime. My favorite horror series is the Nightmare Land Chronicles novellas by Daniel Barnett. Yeah, I saw that you gave this series a lot of 5 stars. It's definitely on my radar because of you now. Which author do you never plan on reading? I never thought of it. Who? Right now, I'm not sure. I try to never say never to an author. So, but this is a very unpopular opinion. So this is the closest to never that I will say. It's quite likely Guy Gabriel Kay. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I really love Tigana, but all his other books that I gave, that I tried, all of them didn't work for me. They just didn't work. I have given 3 or 4 of them a try, and none of them work for me. So I don't know. It will take a lot of attempt for me to try Guy Gabriel Kay's book again. So yeah, that's a very unpopular opinion because I know that Guy Gabriel Kay is loved by a lot of people. My favorite Gundam Wing. Hey, to be fair, Gundam Wing is pretty cool, you know. Have you ever heard or read any of Sword of Truth series? I know the author gets a lot of backlash, but I've only read the first 2 books and they were kind of fun. Not the best written though. I have heard of Sword of Truth by Terry Goodkind, right? That's his name, right? Yeah. Right now, I'm not planning to read it just because everything I heard about the series just doesn't make me interested in it. So yeah, I think I'm not reading this anytime soon. So yeah. Do you have any signed books? Yeah, I do have quite a lot of signed books. I truly feel grateful about it because, well, I live kind of in Mars, so getting signed books always means a great deal to me. The drug window. Hey, yeah, Leah is from Indonesia, and yeah, Indomie is a must try. As I said, it is one of the best food in the world. What are your thoughts on authors not finishing series? Do they have an obligation to fans? Do fans demand too much? This one, I think I will have to make a dedicated video on this. You know, I keep on forgetting to make this video, but I will do it one day. But long story short, I have mentioned this in my ongoing series video, but I don't mind. I don't mind authors not finishing series. I think someone asked me about Berserk. Berserk by Kentaro Miura ended, well, because the author passed away, and it's not ended yet, but well, I doubt it will ever be continued, except that one chapter that's coming. But you know, I'm the kind of person who feels just grateful to have read something amazing rather than focusing on whether a series will be finished or not. If it's serious, if it will be finished, it's good. But if it's not, well, if it's not finished and it's an amazing series, then I'm glad to have read it. Yeah, that's my thoughts, and I think it's, for me, it's healthier for my mind to think that way too. And I know that it can be infuriating, especially when it's a favorite series and you want to know the conclusion. I totally understand that, and but yeah, I think I'm the kind of person who just feels grateful to have read an amazing books and series rather than, well, being too focused on whether the series will be finished or not. Indomie goreng. Ooh, you have eat you have tried Indomie. That's good. What is your favorite book cover of all the books you have read this year? Wow, that is hard. Right now, from the top of my mind is the Empire's Ruin, the U.S. cover art. That's just from the top of my mind. It's definitely not Heroes Die. So yeah, I'm sure there are a lot more if I check. But yeah, right now it's that. And the Black Tongue Thief has a really great cover art too. Such a great cover art. What do you do with your books when you unhaul? Do you donate or sell? So here's the thing: because I live in Indonesia, it's very difficult to donate or sell books. Not a lot of people want. Not a lot of people here want fantasy books. So yeah, but sometimes I unhold, and if some people want my books, the one that I don't want anymore, I will give them. Yeah. I don't know if it's an Indonesian dish, but I tried satay sauce with fried rice and chicken in Indonesia, and honestly, it's the best thing. It is. It is. It is one of the best food in Asia. And yeah, this is an Indonesian food. I love that. Oh, and you have actually tried satay. That's great. Hey Patrick, congratulations on 10,000 subscribers. Have you read the Draenei series by David Gemmell? I'm currently reading the 4 books with Juras as the main character, and they're excellent. So no, I haven't read Juras. Is that Legend? Or is that a different series? But anyway, the only books by David Gemmell that I've read are the Troy trilogy. Yeah, it is the Troy trilogy, and I really enjoy that trilogy. I think it's a great trilogy, and one of these days, I really have to read more of his bibliography, because a lot of people really praise Gemmell, especially a lot of UK authors. Even John Gwynne John Gwynne, one of my favorite authors, consider David Gemmell as one of his main inspirations. So yeah, I definitely have to give David Gemmell a try one day. Oh, Patrick, that's good to be. You best Kamehameha, Kamehameha. Not today, my friend. Not today. Any plan on reading The Desert Prince? Oh, you're going to see me talk about this on my wrap up, but I personally don't think, if you already dislike the Demon Cycle, I don't think you're going to enjoy. Oh my God, I keep on holding this book. I don't think you're going to enjoy Desert Prince. I think it's even worse than Demon Cycle. But that's just my opinion. I don't know whether a lot of people love this or not because it's still a new book. But yeah, I have actually read Desert Prince, and it's not really great in my opinion. Hi, hi, Bella Bells. Congrats on 10K. What's an underrated favorite of yours? I'm looking for new reads that aren't well known. there are a lot of underrated books, so many underrated books. Even Green Bone Saga, in my opinion, are still in underrated status right now. Not too many people have read the Green Bone Saga, and there is also War for the Rosestone by Peter McLean. It's also very underrated. There are a lot of amazing books that are very underrated, and right now I want to recommend Winnowing Flame trilogy by Jen Williams, and also if you love grimdark, try The Blood Sunders arc by Jeff Salyard. Such an underrated trilogy. Not a lot of people know about this trilogy, but I think if you love grimdark fantasy and if you love Abercrombie's battle scenes, you should give Blood Sunders arc by Jeff Salyard a try. The first book I think is called Scourge of the Betrayer. Yeah, give that book a try. It's so good. Based on your reading preference, I would have thought that Vegeta would be your favorite Dragon Ball character rather than Goku. Well, I love them both. I think their rivalry are great. I love contrast. I love contrast in characterizations, and I think both of them, well, they are great rivals. I love them so much. Regarding the Cemetery of Forgotten Books, I saw an interview which the author mentioned that he never wanted the books to be adapted into movies. He thought the stories were best in book format. I think it will be difficult to actually come up with a movie or TV series that actually can match Carlos Rizalfon's prose. It will be very difficult, but you know, we'll never know. Maybe if it ever gets adapted, it could work well. It takes place in Barcelona, right? So, yeah, that series really makes me want to go to Barcelona someday. It felt like I've been there just from reading the Cemetery of Forgotten Books. Have you read the rest of Jen Lion series? Not yet. I've read only until the second book. The series is called The Chorus of Dragons. So the second book is The Name of All Things. Yeah, I've read only until the second book, and I haven't continued. Hopefully one day. And I think the series is being finished next year, right? The final book is called The Discord of Gods. So yeah. Congratulations, Patrick. When are you going to write and publish your own book? I try not to talk about my progress in writing at all because every time I have talked about this. So there's this psychological effect that if you talk about the progress of your book or whether of your work or any project really, it kills your motivation to actually continue, and that always happens to me. So I'm just gonna say that yeah, I plan to write a book one day and I plan to publish it. So that's it. I unfortunately have to get going, Patrick. And your first live stream is a huge success. Congrats again, and I'm excited. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, As, and I'm really, really grateful that you took some time to visit this live stream. Didn't you get killed off in Sam Hawk's book too? Not really. I don't think so. But my friend Haifa, my co-blogger, is actually she actually got a signed copy of Sam Hawk's books. I think it's the second book, Hollow Empire, and she requested Sam Hawk to actually kill me off. So yeah, that is a special dedication for me there, and it's really well done. It's really well done. The young panda, you're the man, Patrick. Thank you so much, Panda. Congratulations. Do you have any book recommendations for those who love mythology? Oh, absolutely. Give Paterno's Trilogy a try. Paterno's Trilogy by Dirk Ashton. Yeah, give it a try. If you love mythologies, this is the right books for you, the right series for you. No more questions asked. Seriously, you have to give this series a try. You're going to understand why I'm really pushing this series to everyone, especially to those who love mythologies. It's such a great series. Any recommendations for adventure? Oh, I have actually replied this. I think you missed it, but yeah, I recommended Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames, and also The Black Tongue Thief by Christopher Boelman, and also The Ember Blade by Chris Wooding kind of counts into this one. Then also the Winnowing Flame trilogy by Jen Williams. Hi Patrick, how are you? I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. I think I'm very close to full recovery right now after my surgery. So yeah, that's a good thing. I can eat solid food now. And that's even better because, well, I'm so skinny now. If you could kidnap one fantasy character and dance with them, who would you? Why? Who would it be? I don't know. Maybe Logan. I think it would be really hilarious to dance with Logan Nine Fingers from Personal. What is your favorite book series within the realm of the Elderling series? The Fifth and the Fool. Yeah, the final trilogy. Absolutely. I think Robin Hobb did such an outstanding job on that final trilogy. Such a masterpiece. I love that trilogy so much. And the entire series, well, except Wild Chronicles, I'm not a huge fan of that one. But the rest of the entire series is just incredible. Robin Hobb is a treasure for fantasy. Her prose is so enviable. I really want to be able to write like her. Recommendation on where to start with graphic novels? Probably Saga by Brian K. Vaughan. I don't know how to spell the name. And Fiona Staples. Yeah, I think that's a great one. And if you love Grimdark, you can also try Elric. Elric by Julian Blondell. That one is a great graphic novel. And also you can try Lock and Key by Joe Hill. I think that one was pretty good. Yeah. I love Tigana by Gabriel K and was about to start Lions of Al Rassan, but saw your review on it, and now I'm a bit worried of starting it. Well, have your thoughts on the books or the author changed over time? Unfortunately, it hasn't, because as I mentioned, I have tried several books by him, and they just didn't work for me, unfortunately. Hey, but you should really try it, because, well, I'm definitely on the unpopular side on Guy Gabriel K's book. So yes, still give it a try. It might just work for you, and he can certainly write. His prose is really great. I'm finally reading Dragon Mage this month. Do you plan on picking up Chaos Cycle by M.L. Spencer? Maybe one day, but not anytime soon. I'm looking forward to the sequel to Dragon Mage that's due to come next year. But for Chaos Cycle or his Ren War Saga, I don't think that's happening anytime soon. I still need to read Magician by Raymond E. Weiss. Yeah, I didn't really enjoy that one. I think it's a bit outdated now, but a lot of people loved it, and you should give it a try. I picked up Malice and I can't wait. Yeah, Truth and Courage. This is such a great series, one of my favorite series of all time. Hi, Victor. Hey, so cool to see you here. Video game streaming anytime soon? Nah, not happening anytime soon, but one day, I would love to stream video games, maybe like Dark Souls or something in the From Software, maybe Elden Ring one day. So yeah, I don't know. Well, I will have to get a PS5 too, and I don't know when that's happening. Oh my god, the comments kind of shot up again. Hold on. What do you recommend me to read next? I'm a great fan of Need More Dark. Need More Dark? Try Manifest Delusions by Michael L. Fletcher. I just talked about this earlier, but I think that's a great place to start. And I think a lot of people mentioned that R. Scott Baker's The Second Apocalypse. Yeah, I think that one is pretty dark. I haven't read that one yet, though. Have you watched Barakamon? Yes, I loved it. Such a great slice of life anime. Loved it. I have read the manga too, because well, I cannot wait for the anime to be adapted. So I just read the manga, and it's great. Such a heartwarming manga series. If you could adapt any book series into an anime, what would it be? Not gonna lie, the Stormlight Archive. Yeah, I think the Stormlight Archive will work amazingly as an anime rather than a TV series. But well, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Hey, Mike. So cool to see you here. 10K already. Wow, seems like you just joined last month. Congratulations, my man. Super proud of you and happy to call you a friend. Seriously, it means a lot to hear this from you. And yeah, time really flies, man. I didn't even expect that. It has been a year. And I remember that I started this because of your content and also a lot of other booktubers. And so yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for visiting, and I appreciate it. Hopefully I can hopefully this channel can be as big as yours soon. Your channel has grown so large now, and I'm truly proud of you. Well done. Some underrated fantasy recommendations, please. Yeah, I think I have to make a video on this because there are so many. Have you ever read lit RPG? Yeah, Sufficiently Advanced Magic by Andrew Rowe, I think deserves to be included in the lit RPG genre, and I think that's a great one. If you haven't read Sufficiently Advanced Magic and you love detailed magic system, do give that one a try. Gintama definitely got one of the greatest, and yeah, I know it will definitely deliver. Well, I think it's time. Yeah, it's time to say goodbye to the series. So yeah, I'm going to watch it soon. Are we going to get any salty Petrik in the stream? You just did, right? On Guy Gabriel K? Well, not too salty, I guess. But yeah, hopefully not though. I don't like being salty. We need a salty Petrik once in a while. Come on. Okay, there is probably a salty Petrik video will probably appear next month, probably, but not in this live stream. Patrick, congrats, my friend. All hell, Patrick Luluch v Britannia. See, that's a great name, right, Alan? All hell, Patrick Luluch v Britannia. That's, by the way, for those of you who don't know, is the main character from Code Geass is called Luluch. So I just pronounce myself as Luluch, Leoluch v Britannia. Should we be sending you bookshelf instead of more books at this point? How would you even do that? I will not decline that gift, though. Hi, congratulations, and thank you, Safina. Good to see you here, Ryan Davenport. If you were in a fantasy world, what would be your weapon of choice? Definitely sword. I love magical sword. I love swords in fantasy. What book started your love for books? Mistborn trilogy. This is just for manga. This is just for novels. Okay, for manga, I think it's Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball and Doraemon were the series that started my love for reading manga. But for novels, it has to be Mistborn trilogy. I did read series like Harry Potter and then a few more books when I was young, but none of them ever made me really feel like I want to read more fantasy books until I gave Mistborn series a try. So yeah, I will have to say Mistborn. How are the libraries there in Indonesia? I live in the Philippines and they're basically non-existent. Well, it's the same here, my friend. It's the same. So I totally understand what you're feeling. Every time people talk about just get the books from library, I will if they exist, but they don't. If they exist, they don't offer loaning for fantasy books that I usually read. So yeah, it's kind of impossible. I totally understand that, and it's so hard to find alternatives while also supporting the authors I love. Congrats on 10K. Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, again, I understand what you're saying. Do you read other genres of fiction like thrillers, mystery, or crime? Not really. I do read historical fiction and sometimes literary fiction, but that's about it. I do like my fantasy books to have thriller or mystery or crime elements, but I don't think I have ever really enjoyed reading. Sorry, I don't think I've ever really enjoyed reading just just a book on that specific genre. There's one though. We Begin at the End. I forgot the author's name right now, but that one is really good thriller novel or crime novel. Really, really good. So beautifully well written, and I highly recommend it. Such a great ending too. What's been your favorite thing about becoming a booktuber? Well, first, I definitely love that I get to hear about books too. As I said, that it's not only me recommending books to you all, and well, I get a lot of books added to my TBR pile too, and I'm really, really happy for that. And I think I remember saying that one of the reasons why I started my Booktube channel is for me to keep on practicing speaking English in front of people. So this is one of my favorite things. I think I like to think that I'm getting better at speaking English now because I don't use English a lot in my daily lives. Only on writing, or that's only because I'm writing reviews and chatting with a lot of people like you all. That's when I use English. But other than that, I don't use English quite a lot on my daily life now. So yeah, this is a good thing for me. And of course, hearing that my reviews and my recommendations work for you is always one of the greatest things. Always, I loved it. I loved it so much. I'm looking forward to find you can read my reviews I wrote for each book. Yeah, I think I already did. But I just haven't gotten around to reading the books yet. Favorite non-Sanderson magic systems? Right now, I think I have to choose the Lycanius trilogy. I'm not sure whether that can be called a magic system or not, but yeah, I really love the magic in Lycanius trilogy. And there is more, I'm sure, but right now, as usual, I cannot think immediately. So yeah, Malazan, oh, Malazan also has a fantastic magic system. It's very different from Sanderson though, and I don't think it deserves to be called hard magic system. But I really love the magic system in Malazan, Book of the Fallen. Congrats again, Patrick. Paternos is amazing, one of my trilogies of all time. That's great. I'm glad that you have read this trilogy. Such an amazing trilogy. What advice do you have for newer and smaller channels? I will have to say that keep on doing your thing. I know that it can be difficult sometimes because especially YouTube algorithm always prefer larger channels. That's just the situation. But well, I think the way I look at it is just like business. The beginning is always hard. It's always hard, and the best way for us to just keep on continuing. And sometimes maybe our I don't know, maybe our videos will get picked up by the mysterious magic algorithm of YouTube, and it will get bigger. So I don't know. Just keep on doing your channel, and yeah, I think eventually it will get. Eventually, I think you will reach bigger success. Yeah. And if you can, try to interact and reply to every comments. I know that this can be kind of tiring sometimes, and I know that because sometimes a lot of comments means that you have to spend a lot of times. But personally, I like replying to comments. I think that means that I'm interacting with a lot of you. And before my channel, I don't know whether my channel will get eventually bigger or not, but before that happens, I want to be able to reply to every single comment that I receive, at least as much as I can. Please make more recommendation videos based on particular tropes. Love your videos. Thank you so much. And yeah, this is a great idea. I think one or two people recommend give me the suggestion on my previous tropes video, and yeah, I will definitely make a recommendation based on particular tropes one day. What videos are you most proud of? I think everything with the list. Yeah, everything with the list, like my favorite completed series, my favorite ongoing series, and you know, one of the things that I didn't expect is 20 popular fantasy series that I haven't read. That one got really big in my channel, and I totally didn't expect that it would happen. So yeah, that one I'm quite proud too. And also, I love doing recommendations for smaller booktube channels because I know that I'm helping a bit, even though it's only a bit. I'm glad that I could do some favors because there are a lot, like Andrew said, there are a lot of newer and smaller channels, and I think they're doing such a great job. And I try to my best to keep on watching them at my spare time so that I can recommend them if there are a lot of great ones, and I hope that I can recommend every one of them more frequently. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, thank you. I'm really glad to. Any suggestions for historical thriller mystery from pre-1900? I don't think I have any recommendations for this. Sorry for that. Have you thought of doing spoiler-filled videos reviews for books you really love? I did thought of it, but I have never really attempted this. Maybe I should give it a try one day. Yeah? Yeah, I think it will be fun. I'll give it a try. And as you can probably guess, there are so many videos, not just books that I want to read. There are so many videos that I want to make too. But yeah, time is limited. Best Spider-Man? Oh, come on, Tobey Maguire. Simple as that. Hi, Patrick can stay, but wanted to pop on. Hey, thank you so much, Aisling. I'm really happy that you made some time to visit here. You might have answered this, but do you feel a lot of pressure with recommending things when you have so many people? Yeah, I have actually answered this, but not really. I think we can only do our best. And some people will not be able to click with our recommendations, and that's okay because we are all different readers. But what matters is, and I'm still doing the same thing, is choosing the reader that has similar taste to you. And sometimes it's also good to actually see perspective from readers that disagree with your opinions, as long that they can elaborate upon them as nicely as possible. I know that we don't like reading, we don't like hearing people rant about our favorite books, right? But yeah, I think I don't feel the pressure. But as I said a few times on this video, I feel the pressure that I want to read so many books, but I feel like I don't have the time for them. Yeah, that's probably the biggest pressure I'm feeling right now. There are so many books that I want to read. Hold on, once again the comment. Have you read the Sandman graphic novels by Neil Gaiman? Not yet. I do have the audiobook, the highly produced one, so maybe I will give that a try one day. What's your strategy for reading books that take a long time to set up and build momentum? I don't think there is I don't think there is a strategy to this. You can just gauge whether the book is working for you or not, and whether you're actually patient enough to actually want to continue. I think that's all. That's all to it, really, because, as I said, there we cannot read every books we want in our lifetime. So if you feel like this book isn't worth it, just drop it. Drop it. Seriously, choose other books that's working for you. But I know that other books sometimes series actually take some time for it to improve, and sometimes they deliver some of the greatest ending. And this was my case with Vyria Revelations by Michael J. Sullivan. So in this case, I usually check out reviews first. I usually check out reviews from some of my trusted friends, trusted reviewers. I see their reviews on the sequels, the spoiler-free ones, and hear their opinions, whether it actually improved or not. And in the case of Vyria Revelations, practically all of them mentioned that it improved so much. So yeah, I continued, and it ended up becoming one of my favorite series. And believe me, I almost gave up. I almost gave up with the first series, and with the first omnibus. I think it was so okay and disappointing after all the praises that I've heard. But yeah, I think that's my advice. Do you enjoy reading more or less now? That is a job. I never feel like this is a job. So no, I don't think there's any difference. I just want to read more, actually. Hi Patrick, congrats, your work is amazing. Thank you, Luca. Hey, it's good to see you here. Hi. Hi Patrick from the Philippines. Hi. What is the more Bloodborne or Dark Souls like books out there in your opinion? Hmm. For Bloodborne, I think The Gutter Prayer by Gerard Hanrahan, and Dark Souls, I have to say Malazan Book of the Fallen. Seriously, that entire series really reminded me of Dark Souls. That's probably one of the reasons why I really love reading that series. And I've heard from a lot of people that Book of the New Sun by Gene Wolfe is one of the things that a lot of Dark Souls fans will love. So maybe that one too. But I haven't read Books of the New Sun. The Folio Society edition is very gorgeous, though. I hope to get that one day. Thank you. Congratulations. I'm curious to know which fictional character, either manga or fantasy, would you want to interact with, and what are you gonna talk about? Well, there are a lot. There are a lot of this. I don't think I can choose many right now, but I don't know. Maybe I want to meet Misaki from Sword of Hagen, just to say that I'm proud of her. Seriously, the stuff that she endured throughout the book is just so crazy. What do you think about Farseer trilogy? Oh, and I also would love to meet the characters from the Faithful and the Fallen. So many of them I consider as real friends now. What do you think about the Farseer trilogy? I loved it, but I think it's not Robin Hobb's greatest books. Seriously, it's not. It is just the beginning of everything. I think Robin Hobbs really started getting so much better when she started writing the Life Ship Traders. Yeah, the second trilogy. Farship is really great though, and I think it's a must read if you want to continue with the realm of the Elderlings. And I know that if you feel that, that being said, if you feel that you don't like Farship trilogy, you can always start from Life Ship Traders, because it is fantastic. Life Ship Traders is so good. Any plans for dress books, especially Dark Elf trilogy and Icewind Dale books? Yes, I'm not sure when yet, but at the very least, I will try Dark Elf trilogy and Icewind Dale books. I have mentioned that this is one of the popular series that I haven't read yet, and hopefully I will get to it one day. Hopefully. Hey Patrick, which of the two do you recommend to read first, Shadow of the Gods or The Hand of the Sun King? Oh my God, why do you people keep on doing this? Uh, oh my God, it's so hard to choose. I think I will have to say for now, The Shadow of the Gods ended kinda a bit cliffhangery, so maybe I will choose The Hand of the Sun King for now, because it's a bit more standalone, and the sequel, both of them aren't in sight yet. So yeah. Yes, Doraemon. We had to read some Doraemon in Japanese in college, and I remember his Iro Iro na Benri na Dogu. Wow! This is so cool, Alan. Your English is fantastic, Patrick. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm always happy to hear that. No, Andrew, I don't. Do you think A Dragon Maid is a good book for a beginner? Oh, it actually is. Yeah, it is. It is a good book for beginner in to adult fantasy. And Dragon Maid also has a unique magic system. So yeah, I highly recommend this. It's a great series. It's a great book. Sorry, I haven't read second book. Your favorite romance book? I don't read romance. I don't read romance, but I will say that some of my favorite, there are a lot of favorite romance in fantasy, and some of them being the romance in The Faithful and the Fallen. I cannot say the names because this is spoiler, but yeah, it has one of my favorite romance in fantasy. And then uh, the We Know in Flame trilogy. It has some of the most well-written romance in fantasy ever. Seriously, seriously, We Know in Flame trilogy by Jen Williams is so underrated. A lot of you should really read that series. Once again, congrats and thank you so much, Andrew. I really appreciate you visiting and all the questions. You should go to work. Have you read the Dragonlance Chronicles? No, I haven't, and there are so many books in the Dragonlance. I don't think I will be able to read through them all, but I don't know. Maybe one day I will just try read through the first trilogy, just to experience the classic. But from my experience, classic books usually doesn't really click for me. The classic fantasy, like pre 1990, usually doesn't click with me too well. Hey Bryce, congrats! I have so much more to read because of you, you jerk. You're welcome. Favorite Abercrombie book? I've talked about this earlier, but it's Last Argument of Kings, the conclusion to the first Law trilogy. On a big Song of Life kick on the only super topic ranking of the books, much love, brother. Ranking of the books on the top of my head, I think it would have to be Storm of Swords, A Game of Thrones, and then A Clash of Kings, and then A Feast for Crows, and then A Dance with Dragons. At least on my first read, that's my thoughts, because I've heard that on reread, A Feast for Crows and A Dance with Dragons improve significantly, and I'm hoping to do that one day, if, well, assuming that Winds of Winter will come out. So I don't know. Knowing myself, I think I will end up reading. I think I will end up reading through the series again one day. Anyway, I really love the first three books. They are a masterpiece. The first three books are so good, so good. Hold on. If you could let. This is so difficult. But I really love the university in the King Killer Chronicle. Just the part in the university, but I'm not sure about the world outside that. I think I would be killed off quickly. So yeah. Are you planning a sci-fi September reading schedule? Not really. Actually, I'm still finalizing my TBR, and I will release my September TBR tomorrow. So you will see the books that I'm going to read in September. One of them being The Aching God, and probably most likely a reread of Jade City. Have you watched Hajime no Ippo? I have read Hajime no Ippo, but I have watched only a few of the anime. But the manga series is fantastic though. Sorry. I just realized I have been talking for 1 hour and a half without drinking any water. So yeah, I really love the manga series, but I haven't watched too much of the anime. But they're really good though. From some of the episodes that I've watched, really good. I don't know whether when it will be finished anyway. I think the manga is more than 1,000 chapters now, but it's still ongoing. Hey, thank you, Philip. So cool to see you here. Excited for Elden Ring. Oh my god, yes, I'm so excited. Everything by From Software. I'm so excited for them. Malazan is Dark Souls like? Damn, I guess I have another reason. Yeah, seriously. There's even the Segule in Malazan. Well, let's just say that they're similar to a character in Dark Souls 2. Looks like I need to read the God of Prayer. Yes, you do. Seriously, the entire CD reminded me so much of Yarnum from Bloodborne. Such a great debut. One of my favorite debut. Who is your favorite anime character? Too many to mention. Too many to mention. I'm sorry, but yeah, there are just so many. Lelouch one, and then Gintoki from Gintama. There is also the Fullmetal Alchemist, the main characters. Well, Fullmetal Alchemist pretty much consists of so many of my favorite characters, and there's also Okabe Rintaro from Steins Gate, Simon from Tengen Toppa Guren Lagann. There's so much. There's so much. I think this kind of questions will require a dedicated video. And I also love Levi. Levi from Shingeki no Kyojin. People ask you before, but you have tips for reading faster. Really, the best tips that I can give. I always say this, but put your phone away. Seriously. That, to me, is the biggest distraction to reading. Always the biggest distraction. Hey Zam, it has been a while. Not been on Booktube much this summer, but you're a treasure, Petrik. Thank you so much, Zam. It has been a while since I saw you commented on my video. It's good to see that you're doing. I hope that you're doing well. As a Malazan fan, I need to play Dark Souls now. Yeah, you have to. Will you have some time for it? We have such limited time now, especially ever since we started Booktube. But yeah, you really have to play Dark Souls. Such a great game. I agree about Farshare and Lassit. I'm glad you agreed. And I don't know whether you've read the final trilogy or not, Philip. If you do, I would love to see a review from you. And I actually forgot whether you've read this or not, seriously. I really need to check out the channel again. I haven't read Malazan, but I think Malazan is also similar to Dark Souls in terms of how much people warn you. Yeah, I guess that's true. But I think the warnings are well warranted though. And well, I think in both of them, yeah, they're really similar, yeah? Yeah. Yes, super excited. I'm really hoping I will be able to play it. I keep on watching Vati Vidya's video because I'm just so excited about all the Elden Ring contents. Goodreads Reading Challenge, yes or no? I always participate in Goodreads Reading Challenge, but, well, I don't think this is something for you to be so pressured about. If you don't feel like you can actually meet your goals, just decrease your goals. Seriously, I do that. Right now, I think for the first time this year, I won't be able to meet 100 books. My target per year is 100 books, but for this year, I decreased it to 90, just in case I didn't meet it. But really, do not let this kind of thing pressure your hobby. Don't let it do that to you. Which book are you reading? Congratulations again. The Widow's House. It is the 4th book in the Dagger and the Coin series. Guren does a great job of building up. Exactly. Seriously, there's so much to love in The Faithful and the Fallen. It has almost everything that people usually love in fantasy. I just bought The Winning Flame and still waiting for them to come in. Elliot Brooks' videos convinced me to pick up. That's good. Yeah, Elliot Brooks really pushing this series a lot, and I'm truly happy that she did, because this series deserves so much more recognition. Hey, man carrying thing! So cool to see you here. Hey, Patrick, congrats on 10K. Your reviews are the gold standard and Booktube. Hope you're doing well. And you, my friend, are the gold standard for skits. Seriously, I love your skits. And not gonna lie, I actually don't know your name, man. I keep on saying you as man carrying thing that I actually forgot your name. Seriously, do let me know what to call you, or I will just call you man now from now on. Interesting ranking. I'm only just finished up with Storm of Swords for the first time. Such an amazing book, seriously. That book is a masterpiece. No wonder a lot of people consider George R.R. Martin as one of the main inspiration. And I think that book is a legend. Storm of Swords is wow. Do you already have a PS5? No. My PS4 is almost useless because of the noise it produces, and I cannot find a PS5. I still have a few PS4 games to play, but after that, I think, yeah, only a few left. I think I will have to get a PS5 one day. I have to go. I will leave you with this last question. Are you enjoying the stream? I really did. You are doing great. So glad I could join that one. I really did. I'm really enjoying this stream, and I think it's almost time for me to go too, because it has been 1 hour and a half. I'll try to catch up to a few more questions, and then I think I'll close this live stream too. And thank you so much, Esme. Thank you for visiting this live stream. I truly appreciate it. Just curious, what is your John Gwyn book ranking? I haven't really did a ranking on John Gwyn's book, but the top two will definitely have to be Red and then A Time of Courage. Yeah, the top two are that. For the rest, I'm still not sure yet. I have to really think about them. Got another quick. A few person to read Skullduggery Peasant. Pleasant. Oh, Pleasant. I thought Peasant. I know it's seen as a bit more of a younger adult series. I think that's a series with the skeleton, right? In the cover art, I think skeleton with the hat and the suit. Yeah, I think it's that one, right? I don't have any plan to read this series. I haven't really looked into it, so I'm not sure yet. But I don't know. As I said, I will never say never. So maybe one day I will read that one. I've only read Live Ship. Ah, okay. That's great. I think you will be able to offer a lot of great reviews on the rest of the series, seriously. Especially Tawny Man trilogy and the final trilogy. Have you read Rock of the Republic trilogy by Petrik? Oh, I haven't read this one. Oh, thank you for reminding me about it. I think this is supposedly a great heist novels. Yeah, I think this is my co-blogger TS has read this and she really enjoyed it. Thank you for reminding me about this. I completely forgot. How is your reviewing process? I know you focus on 5 things or 4. But what makes each of those things good? Mm, it's not always good, but it is always a good thing to focus about because if the plots, let's say the themes doesn't click with you, you can mention on your review that the themes doesn't click with me, or maybe the themes click with you. You can mention why the themes really click with you. So that's probably already a paragraph. And the characters, you can mention who is your favorite characters, why is he or she is your favorite character, and you can also mention why the characters doesn't work for you, or the pros. What do you feel about the pros? See, that's doing something like that is 3 paragraph already, and I think, yeah, that's my reviewing process. It's always like that. Oh, Jake! I'm so sorry, man. Okay, I will remember this from now on, Jake. I know, right? Main carrying thing is Jake, but I keep on calling him man. Ah, that one? Yeah, that's actually a jigsaw puzzle. I bought that when I was in Japan. I was in Japan and I saw that a jigsaw puzzles and I immediately bought it. Such a cool puzzle. Thank you for all the amazing. Just drank an espresso and I'm freaking buzzing. Great to see that you're excited, man. But I think it's almost time for me to sign off, man. I'm so sorry. Hi, Patrick. I only recently got back into reading fantasy, but do you have any must-read fantasy series? I highly suggest you to check out the list video that I made. It is the top 15 completed fantasy series and top 15 ongoing fantasy series. Do check out those videos. And if you want something for beginner to adult fantasy, I also have those. So yeah, you can check them out. Thank you so much, Luca. It has been great, really. What should I read next? I'm Patrick Ubel. Thank you so much for all the time you put into sharing your reading with us. If you, it depends. There is so much series. What kind of series do you want to read? Maybe if you haven't read The Faithful and the Fallen, have you read that? If you haven't read that, and if you prefer something that's quite heartbreaking and a lot of adventures, you should give that one a try. So yeah, The Faithful and the Fallen. Okay, yeah. I have read Dresden Files, and it's good to hear that it's kind of like a palate cleanser like Dresden Files. I think that's great. We always need series like that, right? I know you were. Thank you so much, Amora. Yeah, I was so nervous at first, and I think I'm feeling better about it now. Now that it has been more than an hour and a half. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty great about the live stream now. Feeling more relaxed too, and I'm glad to hear that you love Never Die. My favorite Rob J. Hayes book is his newest book that's due to come next month, Spirits of Vengeance. Yeah, great seeing you on the stream. Are you in any Facebook group? Thank you, Nahid. Good to see you here. I'm on Fantasy Faction. Yeah, just on that group, really. I tried not to participate in a lot of Facebook groups. I think a lot of opinions are constantly being given, and sometimes they can really mess with your thoughts. So, yeah. Finished my second Abercrombie book today, and the end of my quest made me laugh out loud. I know, right? What a surprise. And there's still a lot of surprises in the last Argument of Kings. Hello, Patrick. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sakru. Yeah, thank you so much. Congrats on the thing. I'll post this. Yeah, I will keep this for replay, so you can watch the live stream again. And I'm just really glad, really, that a lot of you decided to visit this live stream. And yeah, I'm thankful, and I hope that you will enjoy watching the replay. Have you ever read The Library at Mount Char or House of Leaves? Two amazing books for the Halloween season. I've heard of the library. I have The Library at Mount Char on my TBR pile, but I haven't read House of Leaves. I haven't read both of them, but House of Leaves, I think I've only heard a bit about it. But it's good to know that it's good for Halloween season. Also, I really need to get to Library at Mount Char. I heard a lot of amazing things about that book. Well, you're not late. I'm about to close this live stream though very soon. But thank you so much for visiting. I've been reading Gardens of the Moons because, that's awesome. such a great series. Seriously, you're in for a wild ride. One of the most epic, maybe the most epic fantasy series to ever exist right now. Epic fantasy series of novels. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tamika. Well, I think that's it for me today. Seriously, this has been great. I hope that a lot of you who visited, a lot of you who have asked questions, I hope you get something out of this live stream. And yeah, I'm truly thankful. I will try to do this live stream again, maybe at 15,000 or maybe at 20,000 subs. Maybe, I'm not sure. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this again one day. Seriously, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I hope all of you have a great day or maybe night, wherever you are. And happy reading to you. Seriously, thank you so much. Bye bye.